Dear Shrestha viewers, welcome to Shrestha Gnanadayini. Today we are going to discuss some kinds of diseases that are through water and that occurs in monsoon seasons and what are its measures. Like not only to be affected from it, not the measures are not to be careful from the diseases but also to stop and prevent all these kinds of disease occurring consequences, etc. So what are these waterborne diseases? You know, basically water, which means we remember the rainy seasons or the monsoon. So waterborne diseases are conditions caused by pathogenic microorganisms that are transmitted through water. Yes or no? So these diseases can be spread while bathing, washing or drinking water or by eating the food that is exposed to contaminated water. So that's the reason our elders say that we shouldn't eat or take much outside food, which because it is not healthy. So it doesn't mean they are not healthy or we are not healthy, it is just because of the temperature and the situations. So some of the waterborne diseases here are cholera, typhoid, hepatitis and diarrhea. So we are discussing about these four kinds of waterborne diseases today: cholera, typhoid, hepatitis and diarrhea, etc. So firstly, talking about cholera, it is like an acute epidemic infectious disease. Why I am telling it? Because it is mainly caused by bacteria and Vibrio cholera. The symptoms will be like diarrhea, vomitings, fevers, abdominal cramps, etc. So what happens is, because cholera occurs predominantly in small children but also affects adults as well. People with suppressed immunity, like those who are malnourished or infected with many human immunodeficiency viruses, HIVs or something, or else highly threatened risk of death, etc. Because people with a less immunity power always find it difficult to deal with all these kinds of diseases. So they have to be a bit careful than everybody. So it possesses a mortality rate that is alarmingly high among the waterborne diseases. So whatever diseases that shows a higher mortality rate is very dangerous. So we have to be really careful about it. So this is the first disease that is through waterborne disease, that is cholera, and its prevention measures, what it is like, you know, people, we have seen whom it doesn't affect or whom it will actually affect. So what are its measures, we also see ahead soon. So next we are talking about typhoid fever. These are common terms we listen nowadays here and there, typhoid. So typhoid fever is caused, and we have this vaccine for this. Yes. So typhoid fever is caused by Salmonella typhi bacteria. What is that? Salmonella typhi bacteria. The symptoms will be like prolonged episodes of fever, loss of appetite, nauseous, headache, constipation and loss of body weight, etc. So that's the symptoms. And then the bacteria flourish in pairs, patches of small intestine where ulceration develops, and it is diagnosed with the help of viral test, blood culture and presence of typhoid bacilli in the stools. So this is about the typhoid fever and how it is tested. And next we are discussing about a hepatitis A. Hepatitis A is a contagious liver infection disease that is caused by hepatitis A virus. So underline this point. The disease is through that affects the liver, and this infection is caused by hepatitis A. So the route of contamination is usually oral. What happens is, like, while it is also spreading through physical contact with an infected person, if a person who is having this should be a bit careful when he is interacting with others, so that it doesn't spread with others. So the common symptoms are fever, nausea and vomitings, or some other stuff like they suffer from complications if they are not treated in time. So nowadays it's been a thing like everybody are just taking it very light, so it's not being careless or something like that, but they wanted to be strong without taking any medication itself. But we don't know, there are many different kinds of diseases, and we have to take the medication at the right time to fight with all these kind of things. If the people are really strong, it's fine, but they are very low immunity people, they should be checking with them every now and then. Then diarrhea, it is passing loose or watery bowel movements. Like what happens is 3 or more times in a day. It occurs when the lining of the intestine is unable to absorb the fluid, or it actively secretes fluid. The symptoms are like abdominal pain, watery motion, vomitings, bloating, weight loss, blood, pus and mucus in stool, etc. The microbes are responsible for infection, including bacteria, viruses and parasitic organisms. So that's about diarrhea. So we are not the experts. Some medical experts have told us something, they have contributed some information to us with this answer or this information that is given in environmental science. It's good to have a basic knowledge about all these things, like what leads to what. So I hope you will be clear and careful about all these terms and be aware of all these things, so that in order to be careful from all these. And eye infection, what is this eye infection through waterborne diseases? Why it's eye affected? Which means eye effects or eye infections occur when harmful microorganisms, bacteria, fungus, viruses enters into the eye part. So invade about any part of the eyeball or surrounding areas. Eye infections can occur in different parts of the eye. It doesn't mean only at one part. Any part of eye, it is called eye infections. So it can be of two common things, like two common eye infections are conjunctivitis, also known as pink eye. Conjunctivitis is often due to an infection. Children frequently get it and it is very contagious as well. So it will be shifting from one person to another person. And also then another type of eye infection is stye, a bump on the eyelid that happens when bacteria from your skin gets into the hair follicle of an eyelash. Symptoms of eye infections may be like redness, itching, swelling, discharge, pain or problems with vision. When all having this people like this kind of symptoms, they can even not see properly. So treatment depends on the cause of the infection, like why did they get such things, and may include compress, eye drops, creams or antibiotics in order to cure that. So some precautionary measures that you can take care of for all these kinds of diseases are like taking a purified water during the unhealthy seasons, keeping surroundings hygiene, maintaining personal hygiene, not eating stale or street food can prevent us from waterborne diseases. And also the affected people have to be given proper medication, or else they may become threat to life. So that's about the preventive measures. And once again we'll discuss that what are the different kinds of diseases, that is cholera, typhoid, hepatitis A, diarrhea, eye infection, and there are two types of eye infections, conjunctivitis and stye, and some precautionary measures that were told to you. So I hope I have given enough information for you regarding the waterborne diseases and its preventive measures. It was helpful. If so, then don't forget to subscribe my channel, like and share this video to all of them. Actually all of them, because this is a general awareness. Things like whatever the subjects I post is very important and relevant to everyone. So you can share it with whomever you want, and if you want them also to get very good knowledge and they want to score good in their exams, in competitive exams, in normal exams, whatever it is, you can share with all of them. Before going into the next video or till I come again with you, stay tuned to Shrestha Gnanadayini. Thank you.